once again, welcome to Lunch Money. Life is short, and we are your new noon. Help you out with that. I'm your host, Gina Savage. I'm the owner of Sunshine State Comedy. I'm a talent booker. I'm joined with my friend, comedian, actress. She's the host of her own show, Christy Unleashed. The very funny and talented Christy Miller.
What up?
What up, indeed? What up? Life is short. Life is short, man.
Life is shorter than Joe Rogan's torso because he could bend and suck his own dick, sweetie.
Happy Monday. Check me out. It's the check me out mug.
And I have I do not spew profanities. I enunciate them clearly like a fucking lady.
That is true. I love enunciation on words like fuck and moron. Thank you. Or my mother's
sucker.
Cocksucker. Oh, you cocksucker.
Oh, she's frozen. She froze in the middle of a
Monday.
cocksucker.
Happy Monday. I have feeling well.
You totally froze in the middle of cocksucker. So
cocksucker. Yes, I'm sure I froze yes. But I have a little surprise for you. I was gonna. That's how I talk. I was about
to, but you know.
Life is so crazy. But you know how I call you. I was going to send this to you, and I will send it to you. It's the holiday season. A pre-happy Thanksgiving to all of you. We won't be back till after Thanksgiving, so a pre-happy Thanksgiving. But this is something because we call each other Owly, as everyone knows.
Yeah,
Owl, and that's based on the dream of Cher as an owl. But again, you guys, if you know us, you know why. But This is what you're gonna get in the. And it
disappeared.
Oh my God. Hello, Patreon. We have to really get that going. Okay, can you see it now?
I see sleepy owls with Santa hats. Oh, is that a shirt?
It is pajamas.
Oh,
and I have the same
pajama. You have the same ones?
And then we could maybe do
yes, let's do an episode like our owly pajama.
Yes, in our owly pajamas. I know that is so like I don't know, there's something so middle-aged woman about sending your friend owly pajamas, but hey.
There's something so Sex in the City about that Mr. Big.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yes,
Mr. Little.
It's gonna be our Zoom slumber party. Yay. Maybe ideas. I don't know.
Zumber party.
Oh, somebody already did it probably. I can't. All right.
Well, let's just do it anyway. Fuck everybody.
We will. Yeah,
we're Owlies. We are your new noon.
We are your new noon with some old ass news, but I got to bring it up because it's just it happened last week, and I'm not a big fan of the Twitter. I'm just not. But
it's angry.
It's angry. It wants to suck the life force out of everyone, and occasionally somebody blows up on it. So there you go. Anyway. In this case, it's a comedian that I was unfamiliar with, and the reason he blew up, Affion Crockett, if I'm saying his name correctly.
Yeah, Affion.
Affion. Okay. Do you know Affion? I do not.
But he's like the Atlanta circuit, like the whole Southern circuit down there in Atlanta. He's big down there in Atlanta, South Carolina, Florida, all that stuff. So he plays that run. I've heard of him. I don't know him at all. I just heard the name before.
I don't know him, and but apparently he was in The Wedding Ringer, Wild 'N Out, and Haunted House 2.
Haunted House 2? Say no more.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I purposely put it in there for that reason.
Gina, don't see Haunted House 2 until you see Haunted House 1, because you're going to be lost.
I know, I'm already lost. But here's the thing. So Kathie Griffin had tweeted, this is why she doesn't want to go back. Something to the effect of this is why she didn't want to go back to the clubs or whatever.
Oh, she tweeted this. Thank God I don't have to play the clubs anymore because I'm better than all of you. And hey, sweetie, Carrot Top called, said he wants his look back. Nothing. Go on.
Anyway, yes, beautiful, beautiful. You know how I love those. Yeah, because we do some roast jokes on here. Yes. So yeah, so she tweeted that, and I was like, well, let me see what Kathie Griffin. What is it? And then I look it up, and there's Affion on stage. Ironically, maybe so, that he's in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm in Florida, so it's not a shocker to me. Actually, it's not even remotely
the hot spot for the jet set. Their team's
in Jacksonville, but it's in Jacksonville.
Jaguars suck.
I haven't been paying much attention to sports, honestly. If it's not baseball season, I'm sort of out. Like I used to be into football, but I digress. Anyway,
ass.
He's on stage at this Jacksonville club.
Was it the Comedy Cove or something like that?
I don't know. Whatever. He's there. He's on stage. He's saying whatever he's saying, and this white woman gets on stage, and she's like, I'm offended. White woman gets on stage, and she's offended. La 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 la. Offended. Don't go out. Don't go out.
Okay, my thing is, who the fuck are you? You elitist piece of shit. You entitled fucking cunt, and I mean that literally. That you can have the freedom to walk up on a stage at a comedy club or anywhere for that matter and stand there and complain because you didn't get hugged enough as a child. So now everything is offensive to you about somebody else's. Get the fuck out. If she was she's lucky. Affion was a gentleman. He was classy and professional how he handled that. Because I wouldn't have handled it like that. I would have donkey kicked that bitch in the chest until she flew out the fucking door. I don't play. No. I'm a horrible person. You don't want to do that to me.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's. See, this is my thing. I don't know if it's entitlement or sheer stupidity.
It's entitlement. It's entitlement.
Okay, fine. It's the fact that, but the access to a performer on stage, is what I am getting at here, because I don't really care. Like, it's all right, say whatever you want, everybody blah 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 back and forth. You can heckle all you want. You can, that's the nature of the game.
Heckling is one
but
thing.
The minute you cross that wall of I'm going to be in your space, right? You are out of line. You are out of line. It doesn't matter what he's saying. You are out of line.
You are threatening his space by coming at him. Heckling is one thing. I'm sorry, a lot of comics I know hate hecklers. They can't handle
who doesn't?
I love them. No, I fucking love hecklers. You know how I am, though.
It depends on the heckle.
Yeah, but there was a dumb heckle at Soul Joel's when I was with Dice this last week, and I just clowned her very politely, but I clowned her, and the whole crowd went crazy. So, you could say anything you want to me, I will win, but it's not going to hurt me. I don't care, because I just make it part of the show.
Right.
And I give the audience a part of the show. And some people just can't handle hecklers because they don't know how to deviate from their material and think in the moment. I'm lucky I can, because I've, thank God I've trained that way.
You've been around the block, kiddo.
Hey, been around the block, sweetie. She's been around the country.
No. The minute you're a woman of a certain age,
I've fucked in all 50 states. Mental, emotional, dysfunctional.
Anyway, this be out of line. She be out of line. I said it. She be out of line. I'm like, you're out of order. You're out of order. You're out of order.
And the fact that if you guys haven't seen it, go look it up, because the fact that a customer got up on stage to talk her down, and then the waitress came flying up, because she's probably in the back getting drinks or something, came up, and then a security guy came up on the other side and escorted her off, escorted her gently. And then she got upset when the whole place called her Karen.
Well, and my thing is, when 90% of the audience is on the, and most times it's the case where 90% of the audience is on the comic side, and there's like 2 or 3 or whatever, or 1, or at least, I mentioned on an earlier show that it was an all-woman show, and Bill Burr was on it. 2 women were like, and it was an all-woman show. I get that they were like not having Bill, maybe not be the brightest move on my part, but fine, Bill's going up, And it's just, but it
When
is the
Bill Burr
sense
wants
of
to go up, Bill Burr
he
goes
goes up.
That's it. That's it.
The end of it.
And this is Bill. Because I'm a guy.
Oh.
I'm an asshole. Oh, okay. Yeah, fine. I'm an
Yeah.
asshole. I love Bill Burr. Love you.
Yeah, we love you. And so anyway, it's just my feeling as a person that has managed clubs and seen these things from time to time is that it's so awkward. It's so like, because you don't know that there's fear there, right? Now I look like somebody, people like a couple years ago, there was a Bam Margera thing at West Side Comedy Club where he was a lot off. And I've yet to get an apology about that, but his manager gave me one, but it's not the same. I'm running a club. The numbers weren't great. Not our fault. We combined shows. He got there way earlier than he needed to be, quite frankly.
Of course.
And I couldn't be, me. I'm very generous. So, what can I get you? What do you need?
You're an incredible club manager and a great booker. I know from experience, not because you're my best friend, but because I've worked with you professionally before we were best friends. So I know how you treat your comics.
Thank you. And believe me, I understand this. Thank you. And believe me, I understand the struggle that he goes through. I totally get, in life, why people act the way they do. And that's why I've vacillated between two worlds, between the comedy world and the recovery world. It's like trying to maintain balance in that is very hard. Anyway, so there was an incident and it went on, it was on freaking, what's the show that the tabloid show at Adam Glenn? Come on, man. I can't even think of the show.
Entertainment Tonight.
TMZ.
TMZ, yeah.
Wow.
TMJ.
I had a senior moment.
I love that show, TMJ. When everybody's
yeah, I would have said that probably. Give me 2 more years. I would have been like, the TMJ. He was on the TMJ.
The TMJs.
Anyway, he had an outburst, and it wasn't pretty, and it was captured by great bystanders that like to capture shit like that.
Hello.
And I look in this clip on TMZ. I look like flustered, but what I was trying to do is I was standing with the patrons, and I was observing him with his manager. And I was just trying to assess like how dangerous this is, how crazy is this going to get? And it got a little crazier, but nobody was hurt other than his manager or his publicist. I don't know who the guy was. That he was very nice actually. And I just felt bad. Like I felt bad that he had escalated to that point, that the situation got to that point. And then he left. And it was uncovered. We ended up doing a show, by the way, with other comics that were booked, and it was actually quite a good show, surprisingly enough. But you feel and okay, so we had a little glitch. I mentioned that West Side Comedy Club, so we carried on. It was a really great show with the people that did show up to do the show, but the thing is, security is always an issue, and in general, you got to pay attention to the stage. And so in recent events, that Travis Scott Astro World calamity horror that unfolded, and I watched a number of different news programs about it, and I know we want to make money, mofos. I know we want to make money, but not at the risk of people's lives. Who in that, how, when you design an event of that proportion, and I saw
55,000 people. What do they have? 3 security guards?
I mean, I'm going to use what my dad would say. It literally staggers the mind. It staggers the mind. What if this happens? What if what with all the money these people have to do this? How do you not foresee 55,000 people? Something happens in the dead center of the crowd. Who can get there? How do we respond? What's the situation? What's the game plan? How do you not even address that? How is that? Or is it addressed? And in what way is it addressed? But no, it's dollars. People, man.
Well, first
Yeah.
of all, I would settle for 55 people coming to see me.
I'd settle for being 55.
Good night. And
Good night. Dropping mic. Yeah.
and second of all, Travis Scott is known for having crazy shit happen and getting his fans to do stupid shit. He just got out of a lawsuit of a guy that was drunk in the balcony section, and he was hanging over, and he's like, jump, jump, the crowd will catch you. And they're jump, and he jumped and nobody caught him. So he's, badly injured and suing. It's like, so there's a huge investigation, so you can't speculate anything. Like, who's to say? And they were chanting, stop the show, because people were getting trampled. And he kept singing.
Yeah.
And he kept singing for another 45 minutes. And it's like, I don't know. That crowd that big shouldn't be pumped in one section. It should be divided. So there's, you know what I mean? So there's emergency exits.
Quadrants.
Yes.
Quadrants.
We do that. We do that at Times Square. We do it at Times Square.
Central Park.
Yeah,
for less amount of people.
New Year's Eve, 1 million and plus people.
Quadrants.
And we have it all all separated. I don't know.
I can't.
We here at Lunch Money don't know anything.
We don't. I'll tell you what I do know. I'm going to change the subject. That's why, by the way, hearts and prayers to those people who were injured, who lost loved ones. And it could happen again. It could happen. It could happen in places that don't have 55,000.
Yeah.
It could happen in a room of 8 people. You have to pay attention. You have to be diligent. These are the times we have to be diligent now. You can't live in a small town and not lock your doors. I was about to do Jack Nicholson. You can't live
in a small town and not lock your
doors.
You can't handle locking your doors.
But yeah, I mean, on a lighter note,
yes.
I have you noticed lately my makeup game?
What makeup game, sweetie?
Well, I mean,
what shade of eyeshadow are you wearing, sweetie? Get it?
What shade? I know it's good. I liked it. Has improved.
Actually, it's Sade. Join my life, lover boy.
Oh, no, it's right.
That's an 80s reference, kids.
I know, but I think it's improved a lot. I'll tell you why. I'm going to give the ladies a tip. Women a tip. Women a tip.
Yes.
Unbeknownst to me, because I'm not a makeup person.
Me either.
Primer, not at all. Primer. What the hell? 50 some odd years. Yes. No primer. Primer. All the difference in the world.
Yeah.
All the difference, ladies. Forget about your vitamin regimen. Primer.
Yep. You primer, you brought her.
I can't.
Primer in the front, poker in the rear.
I'm out of my mind. By the way, how did I not know that everybody has a fragrance? I guess Cher has fragrances.
Cher has a lot of fragrances. One smells like pig, one smells like the 50s, one smells like the 70s, and one smells like Sunny. It smells like right when you hit a tree on skis. Nothing.
I don't know, but I just saw that. I guess it's called Decades or something. You would think that like we were sponsored by Cher with our hair and our looks. Yes, this whole
decades. Yeah, because that's how many decades I have. I have 8 fragrances because I'm 8 decades. Decades.
Wow, decades. I just found out.
Actually, we like to pronounce it decade. Nothing.
Tell me I don't know how to segue in and out. Tell me I don't know. What else do I want to talk about?
To talk about our week?
Well,
all right, or not.
No, I do want to talk about our week. Why don't you start and tell me, because you had a far more exciting week than I did. And then I'll end my thing with an entitlement story that you'll appreciate. It'll circle back to entitlement. So go ahead.
Like it. All right. The last couple of weeks have been insane. I've been working my ass off. I've been on the road with the one and only Andrew Dice Clay. And we were down at Soul Joel's. It was great. The crowds were phenomenal. Oh my God. And then we were up at Levity Live. We did a couple shows because he's filming his documentary, Dice Behind the Leather. This is like a multi-million-dollar documentary. And guess who's in it?
Cher, isn't it?
Yeah. Played by Christy Miller. Hey, this is Cher, and I knew Dice when he was just 21. And no, but so the shows were phenomenal, and I know there's going to be more shows, and I'm very excited. And I've been hanging out with him a lot lately because he's back in town, and it's been fun. And my voice is blowing out because I also, right when I got home, I did a benefit for the veterans of foreign wars, a VFW in North Bergen, New Jersey. That's the classy joint to go to, and they were amazing. And then I did the New York Comedy Festival this past Sunday. Christy Unleashed, my other podcast, was featured in it. So we did stand up, and then for the first half and the second half, we did Christy Unleashed. I had a piano player, Rob Bartlett, Broadway legend. Little Shop of Horrors, How to Succeed in Business, with Daniel. He's done Imus in the Morning. Rob Bartlett was our guest with me and Mark Riccadonna.
That's awesome.
And the show could not have been fun. And actually, it aired. It just aired. It's on my YouTube channel, the live Christy Unleashed. So if you guys want to check it out, go to my YouTube channel at Christy Miller Comedy, and or if you're on the YouTube channel watching this, you fucking idiot. I have a cold, so I'm retarded. But if you go to my other show, you'll see it. So if you want to see us.
Well, that's awesome. That's a busy schedule you've had.
Yes.
I have not been as busy, but I will say that
it's okay.
Two things. I am performing the day after Thanksgiving in Florida. I'll be back up to New York soon. I've got some things that I'm trying to work out up north, as well as, like bouncing back and forth. You know what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. And I've also been throwing your name into the ring for some
issues, some things.
So some gigs, some big gigs up here that I've been hearing in the comedy world that are opening up, and I threw your name in the hat twice. So
well, it doesn't really mean much anymore. No, it does. I love you for it. No, I just don't know.
No, my word doesn't matter, but yours does. Hey, my shirt's unbuttoning. Nothing.
I love when your shirt. That's how you have wardrobe malfunctions. You've had a few.
Just call me Janet Jackson. Where's Justin Timberlake?
Okay.
5,
so anyway,
4, 3, 2, 1.
I deserve it.
It's the Rhythm Nation.
That's right, Rhythm Nation. God. I was telling you about the TMJ. That's what's happening to me. I'm like, what reference? What reference is she talking about?
So you're doing the show.
I'm doing the show at the Coastal Karma Brewing. I have some new things that I started writing about on it, so I want to go over those with you after we, after everything. And I also want to, always put a shout out to my girl Nelijah over at Gatsby's, who runs the show at Gatsby's. I've actually, I'm doing a few things at Gatsby's, and I was there the other night.
Oh.
I was there the other night, and in the role that I am, involved with them as, and this, right. I passed this woman, and she's like, can you get that? Like the way she, can you get something that she dropped as I walked by? And I'm like, what part? Like, first of all, I would never ask the way it was the way it was asked of me.
You were the help. Like you were the help.
In that moment, yes. And it was just like, it's literally right there. Right. And not to say that I wouldn't do it, but it was just, I could hear the entitlement. Like, you are peasant woman.
Yeah.
I could
hear
it.
Yeah, of course.
I could hear it.
Ew.
Fortunately, I didn't have to. Someone else did it. But it just the tone in which it was asked was so. I haven't heard that in a really long time. People watch. Words matter.
Yeah, you should told her. Can you get that? No, I don't bend. And then you just walk away.
I don't bend. Actually, I should probably, well, I wish I did bend, but anyway, I can't bend anymore. I can't bend. That's why I can't help you. And there goes Regis. I can't bend. All right. And so also, so Nalaja's show on Wednesdays is great.
Yay.
So check her shows out. Wednesdays at Gatsby's in Fort Lauderdale. And my friend David Sadman, as you know, I like to.
Yes.
He's got great shows at the beer garden. And that's it. You know, like I'm just trying to, you know what I'm trying to do.
I know what you're trying to do. Do you know what you're trying to do?
I never do, but God knows. Oh, one last thing. It says on Affion Crockett's Twitter.
Okay.
If God be for me, who can be against me?
Word.
If God, that's all I'm saying. I'm tying that shit right back up. If God be for me, who could be against me?
Again. Well, this weekend, I'm doing the Grizzly Pear all weekend. The 6 and 8 o'clock shows. I love the early shows. Oh my God, I'm so fucking spoiled. I'm a grandma. And then the Thanksgiving Eve on the 24th, Wednesday night, I will be at Stand Up New York for the All Things Comedy show. They do them there. So that's,
It's fun.
Berzy's thing and all that. So it's going to be a fun show. I'm very excited to be a part of it. And come on out if you're in New York City. And more big shows coming in December because it's Thanksgiving and who wants to work when you can not?
Exactly. I don't want to, but I have to. And hopefully soon in ways that are exciting and new. Yes. We'll see how things unfold. Anyway, that's our show. And I love you. And we here at Lunch Money love you. That's been Gina Savage. I've been Christy Miller. And and we are your new noon, and we have some Alley pajamas. I cannot wait to wear those. And you can catch us every Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on the YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you next Monday. Happy Thanksgiving. We love you. Happy Thanksgiving.